Coconut oil. That's what my daughter was friggin' not arguing with me, but I was telling her like, oh, we need. Well, cause I have like Pantene. I like using Pantene in my hair, but then I have like black hair care products. And she was like, why do we need black hair care products? Like, what? Hair is hair. And I'm like, no, hair is not hair. Like, black people have a different type of texture hair. It requires different oils and minerals and things of that nature or whatever. And yes, there's black hair care products. And she just didn't understand, like, why shampoo isn't just shampoo. And I was like, oh, so you want me to just use Head and Shoulders in your hair or something? Like,
that's funny because how you say you never do your daughter's hair, she never does her hair, so that's
but
crazy.
I mean, we still wash it, and you know.
Well, yeah, you wash it, but you never like really talk about it. You just wash it and it's up, and you don't do anything.
Yeah, like I'm not doing hairstyles and all. I don't have time. Like I literally didn't want a girl just because of combing hair. Like literally, I wanted a third boy because I didn't want to deal with comb. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to keep up. Like, I knew I wasn't. Like so yeah, we need oil. And I was telling her, I was like, black people use shea butter and we use coconut oil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I asked about Azealia Banks. This kind of reminded me of her beats, at least. How do you say this? Stella Artois?
Artois.
Yeah, this reminds me of Azealia.
This is Azealia.
Oh, okay. See, the only thing, I would have never liked Azealia except for the fact that I saw her at Coachella one year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know who she was. I was like, oh, she got all the energy. And that's what made her performance was shit. But her antics is like some whole other shit.
Like, what kind of antics? I don't even follow her.
Oh my god. She is a mess. Okay, so about every 3 months, Instagram takes down her account. And YouTube, any accounts that she has, she gets them taken down. Her Twitter, all the time. They just like, because she's extremely offensive. She's a bully. She calls people fags and retarded and like super bad words. But then she said like most of her fans are like LGBT or whatever, LGBT. But then she calls people fags and girls and sissies and all kinds of derogatory. She has beef with Nicki Minaj. She has beef with Wendy Williams. She has beef with fucking she just picks on people. She has beef with fucking everybody. And she just says the nastiest shit. And it's almost like she does it just for the attention of internet.
Yeah.
And she don't give a fuck. And she's cold and she'll go back and forth and just like real it's funny when it's happening, like if you happen to catch that Twitter shit, but
okay, yeah, I like her stuff, but I could already feel like she has like a darker energy, and so Azealia Banks is like a little dark. Mm-hmm. She does have like the same beats too, but I feel like that's more like when people have like sick beats, I feel like that's producer, like it's not the artist. Yeah. And I feel like even more so like now with all pop stars, like it's not them. Like Drake has fucking sick ass beats, and I even heard in a song one time an interview how like he heard one song and he liked it, and so he had the producer do it for him, like mix it. So I don't know, so her, like, yeah, so I feel like for Azealia Banks, her music, it's got like that bass and like that pop that I like, but like I said, it's a little darker.
So I don't know if I haven't really paid attention to her actual lyrics to know if they're dark. I just know as a person she's dark.
Well, I'm just scrolling through a few songs, and it does have like a lower vibration. Okay. Especially like when you compare it to Lizzo. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now let me tell you one thing Azealia Banks did. I don't know why she did it. So apparently she like kind of practices witchcraft or something.
So on one of her Instagram posts, she shows this picture of some corner of her house that she friggin' slaughters chickens in. So there's like blood and there's chicken feathers and it's just like in her house, like in a hallway or something. It was super weird. I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but that's the type of person she is. And I want to say something about Drake too. Okay, so like with Drake, you were saying like he kind of just hears the sound, and I was gonna say I was telling Jaden this just earlier. We were listening to a couple of Drake songs, and like I really like this album. A lot of people don't. Like the reviews are pretty mixed, or even not even mixed. Like a lot of people really don't like this album, whereas I didn't like the last two, and everybody else loved it. So, and yes, it is the beats. It is mostly the beats, and he has little catchy things he says here and there. But what I did notice about Drake is that he'll go to like London and pick up the whole grime sound and then make a couple of songs that sound like they came out of London. Maybe he made them in London, worked with Skepta and those people, I don't know. And then he'll go to New Orleans and he'll come out with that bounce sound and sound like Big Frida and all these kind of people. And then he'll go, you know, next place he's gonna go to fucking Mexico and have a goddamn Latino song. He does the Jamaican, he already does the patois, the Jamaican shit. So he just, on this new album, I peeped him. I heard somebody on another podcast say this, so I really don't want to say this, but I noticed it before I listened to the podcast that he was biting off of 21 Savage's style. So he really just emulates other people's sound.
Yes.
He does it well, but that's what he does. I don't even know what Drake's style is at this point.
Well, I feel like his dad is, like his dad was a performer.
Like a dick.
Huh?
This looks like
oh
a
my
dick.
God. Well, yeah. If you think about it, like bongs and pipes, especially bubblers, like they all look like dicks. They all do.
Look, make this angle a little better.
That doesn't look like a dick and balls.
It doesn't look like balls, but that's a boring dick. Actually, though, it's just straight. It's narrow. I don't like it.
So we're looking at the shadow of the bong. And yeah, like
it looks like the head, kinda, but it's just too. There's like no meat right here.
No girth. It's just long and thin.
It's like Ray J's dick. I was not impressed. I don't care. Y'all can say Ray J had a big dick all y'all want. It was all skinny. Fuck that dick. But yeah, it was the production. It was the production. And that's why I'm so glad. I can't really call myself a producer yet. I can call myself a beat maker. And I will go on to become a producer once I get some artists to work with. But, like, yeah, I know what's behind the music culture right now. It's the producers. It's not. And that's why we know so many more producers' names than we ever did before. Now we know their faces. Whereas back in the 90s, we didn't know what if you weren't into production, you didn't know what Dark Child looked like. You didn't know what a whole bunch of producers, you didn't know what they looked like. You might not even know their names. And now, like, they're just as famous as the rappers. Or not really, but way more famous than they used to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be famous. That's why I chose, I know a lot of rappers. I could have rapped, too. And I was like, I don't like that side of the fame. I don't like it. So I was like, oh, the producer just gets to lay back, like kind of my personality. You get to stay in the background. You still get to collect the checks. But you don't have to go all over the world if you don't want to. You don't have to travel. You don't have to be on this crazy ass schedule. You don't have to go to the grocery store and have people fucking with you. Like, that's the main thing I saw. Like, I could still get the money and be low key.
Yeah.
And still do what I want to do, too. Because it wasn't about the money. It was like, I love to do this shit.
So, well, anyways, his father was a professional musician. So, I think, and then isn't his mom, like, wasn't she the daughter of a producer, too?
So I just actually listened to a podcast that Drake's dad was on. He was the guest.
Okay.
So, his dad and his whole side of the dad's side of the family are all musicians. Drake's uncle is actually the one that was actually in a music group.
Sly and the Family Stone?
No. I forgot the name of it right now, but Drake's dad was more like a session musician. So he would go in there and play the drums or go in there and play the guitar or whatever instruments he played, like, for the songs, but he wasn't, like, in a group. So now he's supposed to be signing the OVO.
Oh, my goodness.
He said he doesn't really want to put out an album, even though he has songs out right now. He said his songs are, like, he has one song charting like number 1, number 2, like in Africa, like it's international. This motherfucker's international. He said he learned how to make. He just started learning how to make beats. Like that's how he said it. Like he just started learning how to like electronically program. So now Drake's daddy up in there making beats and shit, recording his own shit at the house. So, but he said, like, Drake's talked about signing him before and never followed through. So, he said he ain't going to pressure him. He's just waiting to see what's up. Like, he's supposed to be signing, but it sounds kind of iffy. I don't know. He's a cool dude. So, it sounds like he never really put out his own music before. To me.
Who?
Drake's dad.
Okay, well, my whole point is that he's surrounded by music.
Exactly.
So he's gonna know a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He might not know how to put it together.
He might. You'd be surprised how many rappers actually know how to produce.
Well, yeah, but like if you're saying in interviews that you have somebody else do it,
you'd be
maybe
surprised.
he just doesn't want to.
You'd be surprised how many producers don't even know how to make beats. A lot of big time producers just tell the session musicians, play this, da 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 da, and then they just put it all together, and don't fucking lay a damn finger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you just know what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And you tell the drummer, okay, double up. Just tell him how you want it to sound to whatever else you just told the guitarist to play. I've seen it. Like,
oh well, that's like composing. Like yeah, it's like composing.
I don't think of it as producing. I think of composing as actually being able to read and write notes, and actually being able to just sit there and like write the notes on paper. Like you know, like you might have that sound in your head, and you can write it. That's composing. Quincy Jones is a composer and a producer.
That's sick. So I don't know. I do feel like Drake always has like that summer hit.
Kiki. I'm gonna slap the shit out of Kiki.
So that's... I just think it's funny, Kiki and the memes. But those Cardi B memes are the best.
Oh.
Yeah, like all of those. My mama said you can't come over because you have piojos. Like, oh my...
Oh, did you see the one with her and Ike Turner?
No.
It was one like, she was like, my mama said, and then Ike was like, don't worry about it, baby, I got this. Like something, it was funny. Like Ike was just gonna handle it. Like, you ain't got to tell your mama, baby. Yeah, I've seen some good ones. I've seen some really. I've enjoyed it, but now I'm like over it. Will Smith killed it.
What?
The little Kiki dance.
Oh, I didn't even see him do it.
That was like, okay, you were already tired of it, and then he did his, and it was like, okay, everybody else after this, just stop. Nobody else, don't do it. Do you follow him?
No, I don't.
He's the best follow on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I like him, but like not enough to follow him.
Yeah, he's the best Instagram.
I don't really like following celebrities. Like,
it's the best Instagram.
Yeah, I know he says like a lot of good shit and it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You don't want to corrupt your Instagram feed. It's not corruption. It's fun. He makes fun of his son. I don't know. It's cute. It's fun. You don't take it as a celebrity. You're almost like, I can't believe. Oh, yeah, you do.
What?
I was going to say, you don't take it as a celebrity, but you do. Because he's such a huge celebrity that you're like, I can't believe he's doing this on Instagram.
No, well, I feel like he's such a big celebrity that he can do that on Instagram. And that's kind of how he, like, that's who he's always been.
Yeah, he's just being himself.
Yeah, like, he's always just been real and, like, you know, cool.
But that's what's good about his Instagram page.
Yeah. So I don't know. I said I don't really follow celebrities. Like I said, like that whole world.
Okay.
I don't really do that.
I don't really follow actors. I do follow musicians. I follow a lot of musicians.
I guess I would follow like celebrity musicians because like I follow Wu-Tang and like Be Real and like a bunch of people like that.
But then there's a lot of rappers or musicians that I don't want to see. Like I don't want to see Seal.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your pictures.
No
offense.
Nas Instagram isn't like very exciting.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're bringing nothing to the table, Nas. You're bringing nothing to the table. Like, your music is so good. I'll just peep off of that. Who else? Like or some like have we talked about this before? But like some accounts that you like, but they are like just drama.
Like what? Well, yes. I know
very
someone.
like long posts. Like it'll be like
posts. I'm not reading all that
like,
shit.
15 years ago today, like I stubbed my toe
right.
on the corner of the fucking
56 in Lenox and
right. And I took this picture to commemorate, and it's just like a picture
of a leaf.
Yeah, or booty cheek, something weird. So it's or like the haters got haters.
Right.
It's like, dude, like that is like
Yeah.
so annoying.
Yeah, there's this one guy. I'll say his name. Fucking Tariq. I don't even know. Tariq Elite or something. And it's like a lot of times he has good posts, and then it's like sometimes he'll just be like women bashing or just too harsh on his side of the topic. And it's like, dude, come on, you didn't have to say all that. Like, you can voice your opinion without like being offensive or like degrading. And it's like, why? Okay, we see your point. Like, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah, why use your platform in that sense? Yeah, so I don't know.
And then like, I hate the people who just post all their fucking flyers. I don't want to see all your fucking flyers and
unless they're cool flyers like with red art.
Yeah, but like if that just keeps coming across my. No, not the art. I'm just talking about like Sunday at the Midnight Express, 2 a.m. I don't want to see all that shit featuring this person, that person, and this person. Like if it's something like popping,
that's funny.
That's one thing, but like some people perform like every week.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like that particular artist performs like somewhere every week all around California. So you have to always see these goddamn posters and. I like cool photography. I like nice beats. That's like mostly. I like art and I like music.
Yeah.
Especially photography is pretty cool.
National Geographic.
Mm-hmm.
I like to follow them. They have sick photos.
Alright, so let's move on then. Oh, so I had to make a slight correction, I think, on last week's show or this week's show.
Oh, when we were talking about football?
Yeah, when we were talking about football and we were talking about LaShawn McCoy, because it turns out that apparently it wasn't actually his hands that put the beating on this woman. So apparently they lived together in the residence, and then I guess they were breaking up, but she wouldn't leave, so he left. And you know how someone's staying in your house like longer than a certain period of time, then the law is you have to like legally evict them. You can't just be like, oh, this is my house, get out. You have to like legally evict them.
Yes.
So she wouldn't leave. So she's up in the house. He doesn't live there. So there was a home invasion. Because remember I said the plot twist and that was all weird. There was a home invasion. So the home invaders whooped her ass. But the last I heard, and we should probably fact check this shit, is that LaShawn McCoy had some jewelry in that house that he wanted back, and those intruders specifically asked for that particular thing, which means LaShawn McCoy still set her ass up. So basically, he still did the shit to her.
Damn.
But I don't know the facts. Who knows the facts except for him and the cops, I guess, and her. Or just him and her. And the intruders.
Wait a minute. I don't know if I believe that story.
Right? So...
What the fuck is going on?
I just wanted to retract my statement because I was talking about, he beat her ass.
Fake news.
Yeah.
He might have just had somebody beat her ass.
Yeah.
In which case, he still beat her ass.
Yeah, same thing.
God. But football's nuts. I don't know what to say.
So yeah, I give up on that. I just wanted to just clarify that real quick.
Okay. So you wanted to talk about Netflix inside the world's toughest prisons?
And what's the thing I had under that?
Prison reform, Erica's solution.
Okay. So, I don't know. I got caught up on a little binge.
Netflix binge?
Netflix binge. It's pretty short. It's already 2 seasons. So, I accidentally watched season 2 first, which I'm glad I did because this season 2 is better. It's only 4 episodes per season, 1 hour each. So, basically, I spent 4 hours watching this. Oh my goodness, I just got so drawn in because 2 things I really, really care about is the education system and the prison system. Which they kind of go hand in hand. They have that whole pipeline. Like, I forget what they call it. There's a goddamn name from education to prison. Some fucking pipeline they have. I forget the fucking name. Okay, so basically, what I believe is a person of color. He's the host of the show. He's European.
School to prison pipeline. Yeah.
Yeah, school to prison pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy was, I believe, 19 at the time. In Europe, he was convicted of murder and robbery, convicted for life, but he was innocent. So he fought for what he keeps saying, I guess 12 years, and finally, he got a retrial or something, appeal something, and he was able to prove that he was not guilty, and he was released from prison 12 years later. So now he has this show on Netflix. And what he does is he goes into the prisons and he stays for a week and he goes into the world's toughest prisons. So he hasn't even been to America. He's been to Brazil. Anyway, these fucking prisons are crazy as hell. Like, nothing compared to our prison system at all. But to me, they seem like, even though they call it the world's most dangerous prisons, it seemed to work way better than our prison system. I mean, some of them.
Okay.
And it was just like, what are we doing? This doesn't make sense. I'm just trying. Okay, so they went to Brazil, to the Ukraine, to Papua New Guinea, and to the Belize. Oh my goodness. So, in one prison, they had, pets. They had, dogs. They had cats. And everything. And, the food. Of course, food is gross in prison, right? They bring the food around, and they have, this little dog in their hands. They're this food is so nasty. The dog won't even eat it. Pedro won't even eat it. Right? And he's I didn't believe him. I'm this dog's gonna eat it. He put the meat to the dog. That dog was that dog did not eat that shit. And the dude, every entrance, he's had to do the strip search thing. He had to do, they showed it. They don't show his penis, but they show his ass. They show everything. It's crazy. But he doesn't go in. He goes in as an inmate, but clearly he has a camera. So clearly they know they're being docked. It's not duh. And they don't.
Is he attractive?
I mean, you can look at him.
What is it?
What is his name? Oh, Raphael Rowe. R-O-W-E. He ain't ugly, but I'm not attracted to him.
Okay, go on.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm distracted as fuck, dude. My head is going everywhere. So let's see. I'm just trying to give you as many scenarios as I can think of that was going on in this prison, in these prisons. So, okay, they had pets. The food is gross as hell. At one of the prisons, all they delivered every day, like the only hot food they got every day was 2 bags, like a potato sack, like the ones you do the like hot potato rice in, like 2 sacks of rice that the inmates have to cook themselves. Like, here's the rice, figure it out. So they had to like chop their own damn wood. They happen to have pots and shit. They had to cook it for the whole prison. Like, this is not like assigned work. Like, either cook it or don't or whatever. Then like it's first come first serve, and that shit runs out. And it's just rice. And then I don't know how that all they had was like canned like sardines. That's the only other food they had was like canned meat, or what? That's it. And you only get that rice once a day, and all you got was like 2 cups of cooked rice per person.
Oh my god!
Like, it was fucked up. So then like there was one where like all the guards did was like let you in this gate, lock it, and like it was under the control of the people in there. Like, it was it was like a village. They had like shit to sell. Like, it was like out of control. Like like the cops didn't even, I mean, like the guards didn't even come in there. Like, they didn't even come in there. And like it was ran by this one dude, and like the one dude, like every inmate that came in there, he had his boys take him into a room, and they did a whole nother strip search on him. Like, we know the guards didn't do a good job. And they didn't. The guards didn't do a good job. They did a way better job. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And then like, oh my god, this shit was just fucking out of control.
And where was that one at?
That one was in was that Honduras? I think that was Honduras, and that was season 1, I think, like that, because I had went in too. Like,
dang. Okay.
So almost all of these motherfuckers got conjugal visits. So like I think once a month, their wives and their girlfriends and their kids in some cases could come, like it, like in the same place, like just open. It's just open, no guard. Like, the guards would come, like when they're there, the guards would be there. And like there were like rooms. They had the room set up for that. It was this one serial killer. He killed like 36 women. He got married in jail. Got a 1-year-old kid. He been in jail like 20 years.
Did he kill her yet?
No, and they were talking about that. They were like, he can like kill you. And that place was fly. Where you get to go for that conjugal visit, it was like a embassy suite.
Oh.
They had a whole kitchenette. They had a refrigerator with food in it. They had, they had knives, all kinds of shit. And he said the first night she came, the guards kept checking every hour, like, is she okay? Is she okay? Is she okay? And they were like, she's still alive. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, but now, like, and he's like he's 40 years older than her. This bitch is out of her mind.
Nuts, dude.
So also, these motherfuckers got weapons up in there, like, because they got jobs to like chop wood and stuff, so they got axes. They got access to axes, all kinds of shit. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
It was this one, like, so there was this one where you could, like, if you were like, because there was a lot of people that were like on the good list, right? You could just walk up to the guard, the like thing, and be like, I'm going to work. Cool. And then like the host was like, what time do we have to be back? And he was like, there's no restrictions, like, just come back.
Oh my god.
They
That's
just
nuts.
like show their little badge, boom, walk off the jail into the city.
Okay.
That's just crazy.
Okay, so what's your solution?
Alright. Let me get back to my little notes real quick. So like a lot of things they were doing worked. One of the prisons was like super Christian. And they were like, dude, you gonna do this Christian shit or you're gonna get in lockup. Like, they weren't playing that shit. Like, you have to go to church. You have to, like, for real. And they were saying, like, it was like a cult. Like, the way they were running that shit was like a cult. But it seemed like the inmates really were having a change of heart, and they really were being influenced by Christ. I don't know. It was interesting.
That's crazy.
So I have some solutions that I have here. All right. So, of course, number one is to educate these people. Why are you just keeping them locked behind bars without, like, anything to do, like, in solitary most of the time? I mean, they have access to books, I guess, but they need to be educated. And I remember back when I was younger, I mean, like, most prisons, you were still able to get high school diplomas and college degrees. And you guys claim it's because of money why it stopped, probably, or because they don't deserve those rights, but they absolutely do deserve that right. And where else, you don't have nothing else to do, so why not get a fucking doctorate while you're there? Shit, a PhD, get further than I could. Mm-hmm. Why not? So
what, like, wouldn't you rather, like, much rather release a rehabilitated human being? Yes, an educated human being than just someone that just learned how to be
more of a criminal,
which is exactly what's going on right now. So if what we're doing right now isn't working, then especially when it's cheaper to send a prisoner to school, it's cheaper to send them to school and release them than it is to just keep them.
And I feel like if they had a college degree and an education and knowledge, that they would have confidence when they got out to, like, do better. They wouldn't, why would they, I don't know, I just feel like you would just have so much confidence that you wouldn't want to go back to selling drugs or to whatever the hell they were doing in the first place, because now you have an opportunity to do something better. To do something, like, nobody likes living that life. I don't know who tells you they do.
Right, but also, once you have been educated and quote unquote rehabilitated, you have to be able to be employed. Because, like, that's another catch of some of these, like, because you have a felony on your record, you can't, like, most employers won't hire you.
Yeah, that's in my notes.
So you're just kind of like, you're screwed even after you come out, like, again. Yeah, so it's...
So, like, also give them, like, skills and career paths. So not only, like, not everybody wants a college degree. That's not going to help everybody. But to give somebody a skill path, a career path, and, like, you force them to do everything else. Why can't you force them to do that? Like, why can't you force a group of men, since you're making them do the other thing, making them do nothing, making them do this. So why can't you force them to learn the plumbing skill? Why can't you force them to learn the electrician skill? Why can't you, shit. Firefight. I actually do know some prisoners do get firefighting training.
Yeah.
That's great. But guess what? Can they get a firefighting job once they get out? No. Mm-hmm. So, you guys have to probably lift some of those felon restrictions. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, maybe you can explain to me why a felon can't vote. Because I don't understand that. They still have a mind, they still have a brain, they still have feelings, they still fucking live in this world. So I don't, they should be able to vote. And I also have written down, hire them once they're released. Like, give them a fair chance. Like, stop discriminating against people. Like, judge a person by their character. Like, I don't know. I guess you should disclose that you're a felon, or I guess you should know, like, what type of person that you're bringing into your work environment. But also, judge this person on his skills. Mm-hmm. Just like you would do anybody else at a job interview. Mm-hmm. And then, if you're still leery of this character, then don't hire him. If he has too many face tattoos and it just don't look right at your business, fine, don't hire him.
Maybe he shouldn't be applying. And if you're going to get a tattoo on your face, and there are, like, specific places you should be. And
then you should take that electrician pathway. Something like this.
The trades.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was just my take on it. Like, just teach these people, educate these people. You know you're making money off of them, so just stop having people become repeat felons and sending people along their way with no chance, no hope. Taking people away at the age of 19 and letting them out when they're 40. What the fuck are they gonna do? What, you guys didn't do anything, and you created a fucking animal on top of that. You created somebody that was worse than when they went in there. That person is damaged. All right, that's it about that. That's what
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to... I really don't even know what to say. I'm trying, like all that shit is, like, really getting me down.
Mm.
And I've noticed that, like, I've been, like, way bitchier lately and just, like, riled up. And it's just, like... It's, like,
That's why I said we have to have something serious to talk about and something fun to
it's,
talk
like,
about.
lowering my vibration. So I don't even want to, like, actually, like, for the past week, like, I haven't even been, like, watching the news or, I don't know, I've just been, like, focusing, like, inward, yes, like, on just focusing on my goals, because, like I said, like, all that shit just really brought me down, so I feel like now I'm able to, like, finally vibe higher again.
Okay. So you don't want to talk about it then?
No, because I feel like we've kind of been talking about that a lot, like the prison system and...
We're not how
yeah, we've talked about it a few times.
well,
Maybe when we first started out.
yeah, well, I said, like, that's like two things I care about. Like education and prison system.
So, yeah, I don't know. But...
Alright, we'll talk about something fun then. We always talk about you, but yeah, never mind. We've been talking a lot about, like, the immigration stuff. We've been talking about a lot of stuff that's bothersome.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to talk about it, though.
Yeah. So I feel like I talked about it, like, I got out of my system, like, shit's fucked up, but I can't focus on that
Right.
fucked up shit, because then that's what I'll just keep getting.
Right.
So I've got to, like, just shift my attention towards my goals.
I'm
like,
kind of glad you said that.
what I want to do.
I'm kind of glad you said that, because you kind of been saying, like, for a while, like, oh, people don't care. Like, a lot of people don't care. People like this generation don't care. And I was thinking, like, not that I don't care, but I'm thinking about myself right now, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, not to be selfish, like, in the world, like, but like, right now, I don't even want to get out there and do all that stuff. Like, I want to get in, like you're saying, like, I want to get in here. That's, like, what I'm focused. My eyes all twisted. Like, I want to be here right now. Like, I'm really, like you said, like, I'm being selfish as fuck right now. Like, for real, like, I'm just, like, really, really, really just channeling.
Yeah, well, that's what you gotta do.
And noticing energy. Like, I don't like that. Like, even, like, stuff I watch on TV now, like I love loving hip-hop, but I'm like, I don't like this. This is bad. I do like it. Like, it was really entertaining to me, but it's like, now you guys are just fucking yelling and shit. Like,
yeah, and then, like, I feel like that affects me, like, just hearing that. Like, sometimes it's entertaining. Like, I feel like at first it was entertaining when there was, like, more of a storyline, but now it's just, like, all kinds of, like, made-up drama.
Right.
And,
like, why are you doing this? Why are you even there? I'm always saying. I always say, why are you even there?
yeah, so it's just, like, it's just too dramatical. I can't even, like, they're in, like, with the news and all that shit. So, like, I do feel like it's necessary to, like, speak out and say something, but at the same time, I do realize, like, you can't focus all of your attention.
Right. Like, it's not that I don't care. It's just that maybe I only have enough energy to focus inwards. And some people do have maybe enough energy and time to devote it outwards. I guess. which is great.
So, I mean, that's just not gonna say I'm gonna stop going to marches and shit.
Oh no, you shouldn't.
I'll still protest. I'll riot.
You just need to.
It doesn't mean I'm not gonna riot. I will.
I just heard you like shit.
I'll just wait for the really big one.
I don't know. Of course, you know, I never thought it was anything wrong with being selfish in the first place. Anyway.
Well, I mean, there is a difference between like being selfish, like.
Yeah, that should be rephrased maybe.
So
like saying no, not sharing. Like I'll share. Like, I don't mind sharing, but I also don't mind not sharing as well. So that's like goes with my time and my kindness. Like, yeah, I'll share my time and I'll share my kindness, but I also don't mind not sharing my time or share. Like, if I don't want to be kind to you, I'm not going to be kind to you. But I usually don't run across people that I don't have to not be kind to.
Because you don't run across people.
No, yes I do. No, because it could be an interaction in line in the grocery store. You know what I mean? It could be that quick of an interaction where I'm like, oh, that happens a lot. Like, oh, you didn't hold the door open for me? Oh, okay. Well, I know I'm not going to be kind for you in this goddamn store in the rest of the time.
Yeah, right. I'll let somebody cut me when you're behind me.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you only have... Come on.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'll just see you, like, you know, somebody's standing back and they're, like, looking particularly for something. Usually if you walk in front of them, I say, excuse me.
Yeah, uh-huh.
If it's that same motherfucker, I'm not saying shit. Or, like, if I'm walking in the aisle and you're right here, like, I'm in the right lane, motherfucker, you better move over. I'm not moving. I guess we're about to walk into each other. Because you know, I hate that. When I'm walking down the street, I'm on the right side. You're supposed to be on that side. Like, technically, protocol. And this person's walking, they're sitting up here on their phone. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not moving over. And then I'm like, oh my God, they're not moving over either. I'm like, I shouldn't do that. So I was a white person. I always move.
Just trip them when you're walking.
You know?
Sometimes it's easier just to move. I don't know. Unless you're angry, then maybe just like throw in a little elbow. Throw in a little shoulder.
Oh, no. I would never do that, but... Yeah, that's the only thing. I kind of been bothered with white privilege lately. Like, blatant white privilege. I don't know if you get that.
I feel like I get it here with male drivers. Mm. Like, they'll hurry up at a stop sign, they'll hurry up and go. If you're, like, backing out, they won't stop. Mm. And then they'll, like, and actually, like, white men are more likely to, like, yell at you. Mm.
Okay. I just get it, like, mostly, like, that scenario I set up, like, even in the grocery store, like, people just don't acknowledge you're standing there, kind of. They'll just, like, walk and, like, reach right around you, like, without saying, excuse me. Just, like, little shit. That's just, like, you see me standing here.
Oh, yeah, some people just lack manners. Yeah, just say excuse me. And I feel like also they're not taught. And, like, a lot of people just don't teach their children to say excuse me.
I'm talking about grown-ass adults, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just...
Here we go. Meth Wednesday. That's what I said one time. I was like, do they only fight on Wednesdays?
No, they fight all
every day.
The time.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Damn. Does meth just make you fight?
I don't know. It makes, like, them two fight, I guess.
Maybe, because I have a friend that's, I don't know what she's on now, but I know she went through her meth days, and she used to always have, like, black eyes.
Oh my God.
So, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed.
Maybe if she's, well, I don't know. I was like, what are you going to do? Like,
the last time I saw her, she had a double black eye.
Oh my God.
What I mean by that is, like, clearly she had like an older black eye and a newer black eye on the same eye. Like you could tell it was two different black eyes. Like you could tell one was a little more healed and another one was a little more fresh.
I kind of gave my friend a black eye the other day. Like last week.
On accident?
Yeah.
No, they don't look like a year. You're like, oh.
Well, she socked me.
Storytime.
Right? She socked me in the vagina, so that was like my instinct. Like the first, like she was really drunk, and like she tried to kick me, and it's like, oh, she's just fucking around, like whatever. I blocked it, and then so I grabbed her foot, and like she fell on her ass, and then like she like went and like she socked me in the fucking vagina, dude. It hurt, and so like my natural like reaction, because it's happened before, and I think it's just my natural reaction because I was actually able to kind of stop myself because like she socked me in the vagina and just like boom, I went.
It's a reflection, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that? It's not reflection.
No.
Reaction.
No, it's more of a no, it's not either one of those words. I always edit the shit out when we can't think of the word. It's more of a reflex.
Yes. No, I didn't. Yes. Oh my god.
That's what's about to happen right now. Reflex.
Yeah, so anyway, she socked me in the vagina. It hurted. My natural reflex was to sock her back, and like I was just going full force, and then I was like, oh shit, she's my friend, and she's drunk, and I have a ring on.
Oh shit. You was hitting her with the left? Or you had rings
with
on
my
your right?
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got rings on both.
I'm like, you was hitting her with the left?
She said she had to put makeup on. I think it's just like,
oh shit. Well, at least a man didn't do it to her.
Exaggerating.
At least a man didn't do it to her.
And my cousin was across, like, it was like kind of like a triangle. And she was like directly across and saw the whole thing.
Oh, that's funny, Judy. Judy out here in these streets still scrapping and shit. Like, no, I had a fight with my best friend too. My mom broke it up.
Oh my god. You could hear.
I'll hear it later. You better stop walking through here, man. Get me a little Uber with your little.
I'm about to call the police right now. Do you have a permit for all this arguing?
Oh, dude, that's why I'll never be a Lyft driver or Uber.
He's not a Lyft driver. He lives right here. He just doesn't want to come into the alley.
But did she get in the car with him? I don't care.
Yeah, fuck
Dad,
them.
you should be able to text the police. Fuck calling them.
I know. I think you can actually.
Oh. I know they got their little social media, but I don't know if you could DM them or whatever. That'd be cool if you could just DM them. Alright, so Judy's still in the streets fighting. I swear I was gonna go somewhere really nice and fun, but I keep forgetting.
Mixed screens, don't judge me, it's not what it seems. Mixed screens, mixed screens. It's a show about everything. Now go tell a friend from mixed screens, mixed screens. Mixed screens, don't judge